Well, hello there. Today I have recreated Garnet's powers in only one command. So if you want to download this command into your world so you can try it out for yourself, what you're going to want to do is type into the chat /give your username COMM and then just press tab to get yourself a command block. And then you're just going to place that command block down and paste in the command that we found in the description of this video, power it, and it will summon in the first half of the machine. And it's so large that you actually need 2 command blocks because of the character limit. So then go back into the description and copy the second command and paste it in and power it. And there you go, you've downloaded the command block module. But you're not done quite yet. You still need to download the custom resource pack that can also be found in the description and apply it into your world. If you need help doing that, I've actually created a video detailing how to do that, and you can find a link to that video in the description. But once you've done all of that, you're ready to become Garnet. In order to become Garnet, you first have to summon Ruby and Sapphire. And you can do that by dropping a diamond and a redstone block on the ground. And as you can see right now, I'm actually Sapphire. And if I right click on this swap icon, I can switch places between Ruby and Sapphire. And that's just where the fun begins, because Ruby and Sapphire actually have their own respective abilities. So while you're Sapphire, you can turn water to ice and walk on water. And she also has a future vision ability that I'll go into a little bit more detail later with Garnet. And Ruby can actually set mobs on fire around her, and she also has fire resistance and strength, so she can pack a hefty punch. But where it really starts to get cool is when you combine Ruby and Sapphire. And when you do that, they will fuse to become Garnet. So if you look up while you are Garnet, she will summon her gauntlets. And if you hold right click, she will charge up and then launch her gauntlets as rocket fists. And they will collide with any entities, and if they collide with any blocks, they'll actually explode. And then you have to re-summon the gauntlets afterwards. But yeah, her gauntlets can become rockets. And she also packs quite a hefty punch. She has jump boost, resistance, strength, and fire resistance because of Ruby. But that's just where the fun begins, because she can actually summon lightning. Garnet has electricity powers in the show, and if you hold shift while you're Garnet, you will summon a target reticle. And if you keep holding shift, it will keep moving in whatever direction you're looking, and if you release shift, it will summon lightning. It can only go so far, but using this mechanic, you can pretty much make lightning land wherever you want if you time it correctly, because you can change the direction it's moving in mid-air. So I think this is a pretty cool mechanic, and yeah, that's how she can summon lightning. And her next ability is also activated by shift, but it's while you're in mid-air. Garnet can perform a seismic slam. So at any time while you're in mid-air, if you hold shift, she will fall a little bit faster towards the ground, and when she hits the ground, she will do the little sound effect and slam into the ground. And it will send any entities nearby flying in the direction she is looking. So you just saw that item. I'm going to send this poor llama flying. And yeah, so it works in any direction that she is looking in. Garnet's next ability, and in my opinion, her absolute best ability, is her future vision. So in the show, Garnet can't exactly predict the future, but she can see possible outcomes if she did certain things. And that's what I've tried my best to recreate here, and I think it turned out really well. So if you're ever in a situation and you want to see what might happen given different decisions, you can right click on the future vision icon, and it's going to create these particles and lag out your game for just a few seconds, but you'll actually go into a future vision simulation. So you can see what might happen if you did certain things and use certain moves at certain times without actually affecting things in the real world. So just take a note as to where the moon in the sky was when I started the simulation. This is about the same time. But after this future vision, absolutely everything will be reverted back to normal. My health will be reverted back to normal, the time, absolutely everything. so I can see what I should have done and learn from my mistakes. That's the real key to future vision. But yeah, it's really cool. It will copy all blocks and entities into the simulation, but only in a 64 by 64 block radius. So if you exit the boundaries of the future vision, it'll give you blindness, and then if you try to actually leave the future vision, it will teleport you back to the center of the vision. So as you can see, these blocks just got blown up, but the future vision only lasts about 100 seconds, but those blocks are completely back to normal. All the mobs are back in their original positions when I started the future vision. My hearts are back to their original position. Absolutely everything is the way it was before, and now I can learn from my mistakes and what I did wrong and try to play the situation out in a better way. But yeah, it's really cool how this turned out. I think this is definitely one of Garnet's coolest powers, and it's what took up all the command blocks for this. So Garnet has a few other features built in. One of them being that if she ever takes critical damage, she will revert back into her original form as Ruby and Sapphire, and they will have to refuse again to turn back into Garnet. And in addition to this, Garnet doesn't have to eat. Her hunger will automatically replenish because she is a gem, and also you can look up to summon her gauntlets, but if you don't want to have the gauntlets around anymore, you can just look down and she will de-summon the gauntlets. And if for whatever reason you want to stop being Garnet, you can stand over a redstone block and press shift, and you will revert back to your human form. Well, that's just about going to cover everything I've included in this Garnet command. I really hope you guys have a blast playing around with Garnet's powers, and if you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing, and just thank you guys so much for all the support this channel has been getting so far. Yeah, I just thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Stealth Whale, out.